That song that's like Mike.
Hey everybody, this is Kay Monet.
And Ray Charles.
And you are listening to At Home
with Ray Charles and Kay Monet.
I don't think that beat gonna ever get old.
Yeah, no. Welcome back to another episode of At Home Podcast with Ray Charles and Kay Monet.
And the crowd goes wild because this is what, episode 5.
Episode 5.
We've been with y'all through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes.
Can we start over?
What happened? Why do you want to start over? What are you feeling right now? You need intimate healing? I made you laugh. I made you laugh, Fred. Today's episode is about intimate healing.
Yes, it is.
And it is a topic that a lot of people want to avoid. It's not like, I don't know if people think it's important or they just don't understand what it means to have intimate healing.
What is intimate healing?
Okay, not from the book, from the source.
From the source, what
this
source?
This is from the source. I'm saying like me as a source.
Oh, okay.
This is for me. Intimate healing to me is basically a form of healing the mind, body, and soul through mental intimacy, physical intimacy, and I don't know what else there could be, but I guess just connection in general. So it's not 100% about sexual intimacy, but intimate. And I think that can mean a lot to many different people depending on what your intimacy is or what it looks like for you.
Okay, so would you say like us sharing music together is
intimate healing?
Is a part of intimate healing, like it's part of a healing process? Like if we get into it or if we have a fight or something like that. I think we've done that before where we send each other music kind of based on the mood that we're in.
Yeah. Got that bad for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Maybe so. As long as there's there was some form of conflict. So I think that's our form of intimate healing. I don't know if that's like a psychological meaning behind that one.
I think that's just something that we do.
That's a us thing.
That's part of our healing process during
for
arguments,
sure.
Maybe.
Yes.
But I think we just do it too, just when we're
it's a happy form too for us.
Yeah, because we
speak through it.
We do it when we're happy.
We use all of our emotions through that.
That's definitely not going to get picked up on the caption.
Ooh, that would be cool though.
If it got picked up. Yeah.
Show how smart the computer is.
No,
yes.
I don't have that much trust in it.
I do. I ain't gonna even lie.
Are we taking quizzes?
No, we're not gonna take a quiz, but there are a few questions that go along the way.
Okay.
So do you have the actual definition for intimate healing or what meaning?
What I'm seeing here, it says the user can heal or repair any damage done by performing acts of intimacy, hugging, kissing, sexual activity, etc., which can repair damages done to the body and even other aspects connected to intimacy, which can include the mind and soul.
Ooh.
I don't know where that's from.
But you can't tell me that doesn't sound delectable.
Delectable?
Yeah, that's like amazing. All
just
those
to know
words
that
in one.
somebody wants to do all of that.
For example, sitting in front of each other, crisscross applesauce, right? Sitting in front of each other, crisscross applesauce.
Apple size.
Crisscross applesauce.
Size, apple size.
You don't call out my differences.
It's okay.
Applesauce.
This
Crisscross.
is gonna mess up because I'm gonna move.
Applesauce.
Yep.
Hold on. Don't move that. No. Oh.
There it is.
Count on you.
Yep.
Count on me like 4, 3, 2. Okay, listen. How does that really?
I was just making sure.
Is that right?
It is.
Comment below.
Well, you said 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I want to make sure I said that right.
Yeah,
but while you are looking to see if I said it right, make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Home Pod. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at Home Pod. Is it on YouTube?
I feel like it's At Home Podcast with.
Nope.
It's not.
Nah, if you search At Home Podcast.
But look for us because y'all know what we look like.
Yeah. I mean, subscribe on YouTube, all of that. Okay, but back to
Go
this.
ahead. My bad. Where's we at?
I don't know where you was at because you on a whole different screen than I am. You got the same
we're
picture
working on
that
two
I
different
got.
things. We're working on 2 different things here.
Okay.
I'm describing to you guys a form of intimate healing. So sitting crisscross applesauce from your partner, across from your partner, blindfolds on, only utilizing the smell in the room and the vibrations of each other's presence. So which means that our knees would touch, our toes would touch. We would use all of those sensey powers in order to form that healing throughout our bodies. So maybe our issue could be we see our problems before they come and we are already trying to jump ahead of it instead of just taking everything step by step, sight out of mind and just being present in that moment. That would be a great exercise for couples with those types of issues.
With what type of issues? Because I don't think you said any type of issues.
I did. So
I didn't.
if you are blindfolded, you have to trust in the intimacy of your hands and all of this and your feet and the smell.
So you saying that this is this is good for people that have issues being intimate?
No, you don't have to have issues being intimate. It's intimate healing.
But
So
what are you healing from?
It can be relationship things. It doesn't even have to be just a source of like something going wrong. It could be we just needed
like
a moment
reset.
together. Yeah, we just
Like
needed a moment to sit together and be together. Or
so I think when you say intimate healing, it implies that you need to
see. That's a good thing to bring up though, because that's the problem. Is like healing comes from you just got a scratch. You're not hurting. You're not dying, but you need that piece of your skin is gonna heal.
Yeah, it's gonna.
You don't know what wounds you may have internally as a couple until you both take the time as a couple to heal.
Or we'll address those.
But your addressing could be just that, like they're just sitting in it, because we don't know that the body does more for us than the mouth. We speak too much on our healing instead of just allowing the body to heal.
Yeah, for sure. We be waiting for it to. We just be watching it too much.
Yeah. So I feel like that is what intimate healing is mostly about.
For sure.
Sorry, I had to tell you that. And intimate healing can also be identified as love healing. And it's not something that you just have to be married to have. I feel like any part of you that goes into a relationship with anything or any person needs to have some form of healing. It may not be an intimate healing, but you have to remember that
you don't want to be touching on everybody.
No. But you might think, is intimacy only a relationship thing, like a couple thing? Because you have friendships, you have, friendships, relationships, I don't know, whatever. All these ships, right? Why would intimacy be, so...
I mean, to be intimate is to be closely acquainted, familiar or close. Intimate friends.
Okay.
Closely acquainted. I would
So
say that I am
therefore, it's not just.
closely acquainted with a number of people.
That's what I was saying. Not as close, because there's a different form of it for
Is there
us.
anybody that I would sit here and hold hands with like this? Maybe 2 other people.
Natalia
Natalia
and your goddaughter.
And my goddaughter and my goddaughter's mother. And her father. If I needed to hold his hand like this, I would hold his hand
That's
like this.
respect.
If I needed to get him through something, I don't know.
That would be awesome. I can see that moment. That's a beautiful moment. But anyway, I was gonna go because that was great.
No, I was just saying.
So basically, this is so intimacy is not something that you can just link with husband, wife.
You can be intimate with your. You
can have intimate encounters. Is more so the words you would want to use.
Private. Well, the other definition of it also is private and personal.
Right. That's a mom. That's a dad. That's
yeah, for sure.
That's all that stuff.
Private, yeah, because you keep things private and personal with your familiars, your everydays.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. So we're right. We understand that.
Yes.
So that's a form. We got also hugging, kissing. What else do you think? What would you consider
so you
a
think
form
people don't
of
do
intimacy?
this? You think people actually don't do this enough? I don't know. Like, I feel like if you are with somebody every day, you should make it a habit to at least touch them a little bit, let them know that you feel them. And I don't know if you don't want to.
But I think intimacy, like that intimate healing, like intimacy, okay, that's all of that. Intimacy is all what you just said.
Uh-huh.
It's like a quick resolution. But when we say like intimate healing, you can't put a time on that. It's intentional, it's organic, and it's pure. And it's like, this is what we've already established what it is right here, right now. We are healing.
Yes.
However it is we do that, that's what's happening though. I don't know how long it's going to take or how short it's going to be, but this is what's happening.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Yeah,
y'all understand that? That's the difference, y'all. I taught you. I learned you something today.
Not I learned you something.
I learned
That's
you something.
coming out in the book, by the way.
Oh, man. Yeah. So real quick. This guy is writing a book with all of our.
Bro, no, we're not. That's enough. That's all the information they get. Cut off at that. Nope.
Y'all thought y'all got me.
They don't get no more information.
Y'all thought y'all got me.
I don't know where you.
Maybe if y'all subscribe and like and comment and all that kind of stuff, I'd give y'all all the tea you wanted. You know?
I mean, I am writing.
He's doing something great, but I would have gave it all. But y'all ain't doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you was about to just snitch on me, bro. You was about to just tell all my business.
I was. But I didn't.
That's not what a close personal friend, somebody that's intimate with me, that's not something they would do.
Okay.
You would have.
My bizzle. Okay.
You would have known better.
I do know
better. Are we
better.
doing the quiz?
No, you told me you didn't like how that was going. You didn't like the direction.
No, I just didn't like that one.
You found me a quiz?
No.
No, you didn't.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so also I just want y'all to know something. Okay, so there is also a way to have intimate healing, but there is also some form of intimate manipulation. Personally.
Okay, yeah, this is the one that this is what I thought we was going to be talking about from the beginning.
Wait, you're not hearing me.
Yes, I am. Wait. Yes, I am.
Intimate manipulation, right?
Yes.
It can be identified as intimate manipulation and or sexual abuse in its form, or intimate abuse. All of those things can tie into one another if you are not careful and communicate what it is that you are needing to heal from. Because
okay, so you have to be more specific in the examples, because we were talking about it earlier, and if somebody knows that basically they're going through something in that day, okay, and the way that you feel like you need to let off that steam, I guess you could call it, is through having that time with your partner. Okay, I think that's okay, but once it's not expressed to the other person that, hey, I'm having a rough day, XYZ, and then we talk about it, and then it could get to that, I think that's fine. But getting to it without the expression of how you're feeling, because I feel like that releases unnecessary energy to that person.
Yes, that's a big thing is when you decide to become intimate with anybody. So like we can sit here as a married couple and say that all day long, but you have people that are soul tying with someone that they probably don't even see themselves ever marrying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that in its form, y'all can't even
Yeah, because you're
communicate health in a healthy way
you're
there.
dumping off all
All that
your
energy to
It's not
different
just about
souls.
it's not just about the
Yeah.
action. I know I'm doing this and all that while I'm talking.
No,
saying
but
that, but
it's okay because that's just real talk. Like if you are intertwining your soul with any and everybody because you feel like that's just
yeah,
what I want to
that's
do
what you
right
want or
now,
whatever.
but you're
That's
looking for
fine.
someone to come into your
That's
world.
not fine. What I'm saying, to be active is okay if you're. I feel like if you're safe and whatever, and so on and so forth. If that's what you choose to do,
For
be
sure.
safe.
For sure.
But know that you are. I feel like at least the energy that you're transferring off to a person should be pure in the intention of the manner of what you two are doing, not because you're having a bad day and you feel like
Right.
going
So
in.
even with that, you need to make sure that you know that this person that you are doing this with has no intentions on making this
Yeah.
a intimate healing moment.
Yeah.
This
And
isn't going to
not
be
about,
this is
this is not
ever
about
and if it is for them, which is sick because you have people that I don't know what they call them, people that are like sex crazed or whatever, like they got to have sex all the time. I
Yeah,
don't
for
remember what
sure.
it's
There's
called,
people
but there
that
are
are
people like that.
addicted to.
That's an abusive situation. That's
Yeah.
intimately abusive because the people that you are openly sexually intimate with, they
They're
don't
not
feel
aware.
that they're
They're not
not aware
aware
that you're
of.
this type of person.
Yeah, for sure.
So in a relationship like you and I, it's very important for us to know, like, okay, you having like you said, a bad day, or I know that I saw you go through blah blah blah. So if I do become intimate with you, if I feel a little different about the moment, it's probably because you were releasing some energy from
Yeah,
what you had been
I think
dealing
whenever
with.
you do decide to be in, whenever you're intimate with somebody, period, it needs to be good intentions always. Never any type of bad energy that you're dumping off into that person or transferring with that person.
Yeah.
So that includes sex, that includes this intimate healing,
Yeah.
exercises or whatever you're doing, or just being out in the if you're going out that day with somebody or just being in the house with somebody. I think that everything needs to be as positive as it can always, but those times are not always possible if you're in the middle of a 2-day stretch of having a combative time and every 5 minutes you're fighting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Those days come, but that's not a night that you want to be like, all right, let's.
But don't you think that things like the fights and arguments and all that stuff would be a lot more, like, we know it's healthy and it's good for the relationship because it helps it grow. You don't want
Yeah.
to take any kind of nutrients from your relationship. But if there was another form or another method for the lack thereof words that we have to share.
You say if there was another way to argue,
Yes.
is that
If people would
possible to
consider
argue
that opposite if people would consider like, okay,
feel
I
like
know this is
arguing
about
is
to be an argument.
inevitable.
Let's sit down and like right now we both need to get it together.
Okay, so if you are the
And then
only
it's
way,
silent.
the only way to get to that is as soon as an argument starts, you both have to be like, "Oh, let's sit down." Because if you're in the, if you're in an argument, at what point of the argument are we gonna decide to be like, "All right, we need to sit down and restart the argument"?
We're not there yet. That's not even gonna be us. I don't think ever.
Well, we don't argue like be going at each other.
No,
I'm
but
just-
we don't. It ain't no stopping moment, bruh. It be. I mean, when we argue, I feel like there's no
I
stopping.
think the rule that we implemented today
Oh,
about having a safe word.
it's really awesome. You guys should consider that. I feel
Yeah,
like even in this intimate world of healing, that's very important because we created a family safe word, and it just helps us all establish boundaries. And the rule of our safe word basically is once I've said it, it means that I have an emotion that's triggered. You don't know if it's a sad one or just a triggered overall or whatever it is. You don't know what emotion I began to feel. So that means you should have enough respect for me to understand that I don't feel safe anymore. I don't feel safe with it.
Safe, or you just feel triggered.
It doesn't matter. It's not a safe feeling. I feel like a safe feeling for any human being should be relaxed.
So you just always want to be relaxed.
I would rather feel relaxed during a conversation or any moment. I'd rather just feel relaxed doing it than I would rather feel super happy, super sad, or, I think a good plateau balance is just straight up relaxed.
All the time.
Yes. Because you don't have to worry about
I feel like when you say, because I'm just playing. If you're always relaxed,
okay,
does that give you space to be like any other emotion? If you're always, well, okay.
No, that's your
I'm
safe
I'm
place.
saying relax is an emotion. Relaxed is not an emotion. Relaxed is a
no. It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. It's a peace of mind. It's a peace
of mind.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I say that, it doesn't take away from me being sad, angry, mad.
Yeah. Okay.
I just know how to be at balance with those emotions at this point.
So
in a relationship,
relaxed to you is just always being balanced.
Controlled.
Balanced. Okay.
Because if you're balanced, you have control over the weight.
Yeah, for sure. Because you have to.
Which you know that because you are.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. It's like I don't want to feel. That's what that word is supposed to be utilized as. Is I'm looking at you, we're arguing back and forth, and I'm already feeling my emotions. I could have already said something to you that you didn't like, but because it didn't trigger you enough to say safe word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now if we know that that's the rule, unless
if you don't use it, don't try to come back on it.
Yeah.
You need to use it. Like if it's 2 sentences in, or 2 words in, or 2 sentences,
so
safe word comes out, you need to stop.
Because if I know we're about to argue and I say safe
safe word,
the safe word, it's not safe.
That's why I'm saying safe word because I'm filling in the blank for y'all with safe word. Y'all welcome.
Yeah. Okay. But safe word comes out even if it's 2 seconds into like.
And you feel like uncomfortable.
You about to argue.
You feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so that's fair.
You're allowed to say safe word, babe. I have to be like
dictate arguments. But we can all dictate arguments. That's the point. I think that's the point.
Not even just the argument. It could be just a disagreement in itself.
No, what I'm saying, I think that's the point of the safe word. Instead of you can dictate whether you argue or not. If you don't want to fucking argue, like if you
then you would use it within
seconds because you'll.
But
just be
you
like,
would know how to have a resolution.
Let's just have a conversation, not.
But see, even with safe word, you have to understand that you can contradict yourself by trying to come back in it. So you have to make sure that when you use it.
Well, no, you shouldn't. The safe word should also be you stepping outside of that state of mind of you're about to argue. Yes, because
it's a reset.
Because if you are going to start arguing again, then
it's no point.
There's no point in you saying.
But see, you have to tell yourself that because you can't say safe word to stop that person. They shut up and then all of
No,
a
I
sudden
think
now you
safe
got a
word- I
couple
think
words to
safe word
say.
needs to also be take, whether it's 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever.
It's
If
like
it's
a
30
free
seconds,
walk off.
just give yourself. Well, I think you still need to talk about whatever you
Yeah,
guys were
but
about
it's
to
a
talk
free
about.
walk off because you need to reset.
Walk
However,
off.
yeah, like if you, what I mean by that is like
How
if
long
we're
is the
sitting
walk
right
off?
here,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
got to be reasonable. No one needs to just disappear for a day or 3 hours, 2 hours,
Hey, okay.
20 minutes. You know,
So 10 minutes.
10-minute
max.
reset at least.
And then let's get back to the conversation.
And then boom, it's like, okay, we approached that situation wrong. Unless you can just factually throw out like this is where I went wrong, it needs to be a we thing. Nosotros.
Nosotros, porque. Why are you laughing? Don't laugh.
So yeah. We didn't get off topic, y'all. That's basically all of that goes in one. So make sure that when you make the decision to try to experiment with intimate healing, you do your research because so many different forms of it is a soul tying thing, even if it's, hugging or through kissing or just touching each other's hands or whatever, spending that one-on-one time in each other's bubble, whether it's crisscross applesauce or leg over leg or just holding each other. You need to understand that at that point, you guys are literally sending your energies to meet as one and to come up with a resolution for the two of you. That's internal healing.
But you can have sexual healing.
Yes. But that's why this to me is the difference between, there's a difference between intimate healing and sexual healing, because you actually know at this point, I have every intention on being sexual with this person for healing.
Yeah.
Or with yourself, because you can give yourself sexual healing.
You can give yourself sexual healing?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because you take that moment to just like, it's about me, only me, and you get that satisfaction that you need through just you. That's like therapy. It's not you and another person.
You're far.
Sorry, it's not you and another person going to therapy all the time. It can be just you working on self. So why not be able to sexually heal yourself or intimately heal yourself?
Okay. Cool.
You know?
Cool.
All right, go bye.
Cool.
Go bye.
No, I'm just saying. That's.
I'm just saying
I didn't.
too.
You know what? Actually, I just wasn't expecting that answer from you. I'll be honest.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
Just wasn't.
I want to know why.
No, I just wasn't. I just wasn't.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. Just wasn't.
That makes me nervous.
All. No, it's not. Don't be nervous. I just wasn't expecting that from you.
Were you expecting something worse than what I said, or was there just like this? Like
that.
What were you expecting? Like if you could have answered it as me, what did you expect me to say?
I wouldn't be able to answer it as you, but I was just gonna say that I definitely feel like sexual healing could be a slippery slope, but as long as you are both involved in the direct, like, because sometimes it's not always sex is not always intentional. Sometimes it just fucking happens and there's no rhyme or reason. Just because we can, then we will. But sometimes it's also very intentional. And it's also very, I don't want to say planned out, but like if you're together all day from, maybe going out somewhere and then that turns into being out into the night. You've been with each other all day. Maybe you've been in that flirtatious vibe all day. Like, I don't know if y'all like that with y'all people, but I'm like that with my people. Like, we could be in that mode all day. You know what I mean?
My people.
We could be in that mode all day. And then by the time we get home, we already know
what time it is.
Yeah, we already know what time it is.
Right.
Or like if by the time you put the kids to bed or whatever, then yeah. But that could be That's
But how
just
does this play into what I said though?
because
Because how do you? What
if
made you think
needed
that I would have said
if
this?
you needed that, let's say you needed, like, let's say
I'm
for
not saying it's
instance,
bad.
No, I'm just saying, like, for instance, if you do have a really shitty Saturday, let's say you had a really shitty Saturday, and then between the two of you, like you had a really shitty Saturday between the two of you, and then Sunday, you wake up, reset, and you spend all day together in a very different vibe, right? And then Sunday ends with you having that time with your partner. It ends in fucking a 2-hour love fest, right? Let's say the best case scenario. It ends in a 2-hour love fest at the end of the night. Did you not heal from Saturday, and then it's topped off with an act of intimacy at the end? I blinked when I said
really,
intimacy
because
because
you're
I'm
struggling with that
word.
I
bro.
love that you are too.
No, I'm not liking this. I feel like I am stuck in. Oh my God. Every time I say that word, I feel like I'm about to.
And I'm literally like,
I hate it because you open your eyes. I feel like you open your eyes like you're waiting, like, say the word. Say the word so you can fuck it up.
It was struggle bus over there. But it's okay. You see,
That's why we can't keep topic, because every time I be thinking about something, I say it.
Don't worry about it. Don't just let it go.
I'm not gonna let it go.
You need to let it go. It's not healthy for the environment.
I can't say that word sometimes and it bothers me.
Okay. Listen. I'm gonna start rapping for y'all in just a second.
You gonna start rapping to this?
Yeah, nah. Anyway. Okay, so what were you? Oh, that's the one I was at. That's where I wanted you to go. So I want y'all to hear basically the healing power of an intimate relationship. This is something from a therapy center. Yeah, I want you to read what it says about mindful. It's a mindful guide pertaining to the healing power of intimate relationships. So this is something that comes from more of a therapeutic standpoint compared to just the people's standpoint.
Here I go. Intimate relationships create the conditions necessary to heal our deep
deep wounding.
Boy, let me bring this close, please.
This guy, y'all, we give everything to y'all raw and what it is.
I mean, I might edit that part out because I don't want y'all to see that I'm blind.
You need to know that this is
intimate
who
relationships create the conditions necessary to heal our deep wounds, our deep wounding, because our closest relationships often elicit intense feelings. It can feel justifiable to respond to our partner from a rageful place. Since our most painful memories are usually stored in our implicit memory, the part of our memory that is expressed through performance rather than conscious recall, we often react to our partner with an intensity as palpable and unconscious as survival energy. That makes sense.
It does.
That makes a lot of sense, because when something happens, I can relate to that a lot.
Ooh, talk to me.
Because when you get in an argument, sometimes it feels like the most vein popping aliveness that you ever feel. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's scary a little bit.
Not like in a way where, maybe I'm just trying to say, you feel very visceral, like you feel very
good word.
You feel very just I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
It looks beefy, so I'm getting it.
Yeah, beefy.
It's very much beefy, bro.
You feel very
strong and powerful.
No,
and
not
none
strong.
Of that?
No, it's not that.
Okay, it's just beefy.
You feel very at a very natural state. It's a very natural thing to like I said, survival. So it's just like your most broken down, like human, like you've never felt like you were You know, I guess it's like the feeling of like when you feel something getting better, like you feel it. You know what I mean?
I feel everything that you're saying right now is
Okay.
so weird.
All right. So yeah,
I'm
maybe
like
you
falling
know,
into
maybe
your
because I've
words.
explained it over 10 minutes of not
No.
saying shit.
No, you said a lot. You
Yeah,
said a
you just feel
lot.
very
You said a lot.
broken down to like your very
I was
your
literally floating with your words. That
most
was
human
magical.
self. You know, you're just most basic instinct, basically. But conflict in a relationship is not only natural and healthy, but also creates an opportunity to respond consciously and thus experience tremendous growth and healing. This conscious responding, including slowing down our reactions by taking deep breaths, feeling our feet on the ground,
Yes.
orienting our immediate surroundings,
Yes.
and identifying how early childhood experiences may be impacting our current state.
Importante.
Do you think about how
Importante.
your childhood affects the way you argue or the way that you
importante.
talk to me, or how, like, do you think about that?
Yes.
How so?
I only think about it when I feel that becomes another person's victim card.
Huh?
Like if I'm arguing with somebody and they're always like your mama used to do this or your daddy used to do that or that's they're telling me what they see of me from family or
No, I'm
whatever.
talking about between you and me though. That's between well, I guess that's
You've
still
done it before
intimacy.
too though.
Okay.
But that's like no, but like that's past. I mean, you don't do that really now because that was a boundary that we had created. Like that can't happen no more. No comparisons. So, but when it was happening, that would be the time where I felt like I could throw out the whole like past trauma thing because at this point we're pushing, we're 30 years old plus.
Man, we pushing 30s. I mean,
We
in the
in
30s.
30s.
We in the 30s.
So at this point, it's like I have to take accountability for my own actions, not using childhood trauma because I haven't been a child in 12 years. So at this point,
so
it's
not
like, okay,
rely-
what
not
have you
relying
created
on
for
using that.
yourself?
Yeah.
Like you have to talk about your past trauma because this is the trauma that you've created at this point. 12 years of trauma is no longer childhood trauma.
Yeah, if we're talking about being
Why I'm acting a certain type of way.
Yeah, because you're talking about us specifically.
Yeah, because you mentioned like, oh, bringing up this or whatever. Okay, I could bring up childhood trauma for so long, but as often as we've been together,
I didn't bring it up. I'm reading the article.
No, that's what I mean. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yes, that's what I meant. Is them bringing that up? If you bring up childhood trauma.
Let me read that again.
No, what you asked me, I know what that said, but you asked me, do I feel like I bring that into an argument or whatever?
Didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
said, how do you think that it affects the way that you argue, or do you think about it when you argue?
Okay, boom, that's what it was. But yes, that's the question I was answering.
Oh,
I was answering that one right there.
Okay.
So you got all of that already.
Yes.
All right.
You are so freaking slow.
All right.
Let me start over from identifying how early childhood experience may be impacting our current state. Transforms potentially dangerous situation into an opportunistic one. When we are conscious of our feelings without being swallowed up by them, our early wounds heal and our capacity for healthy and loving relationships grow exponentially.
I think that's an in general statement.
In general statement?
In general, as in your most immediate, intimate type of environment you have.
Okay. What is in general?
In general?
Yeah.
Like, I said that's a general statement.
Oh, I thought you meant like something else. Okay. You're saying it's like in general, that's
I feel like
everybody.
that's a statement that, yes, that can oh, my words keep leaving me. Bye-bye, words.
Your words keep leaving
I'm
you.
like doing them like this at this point. Like, Jesus. Grab him
When
by
are
the
we
horns.
when we are conscious of our feelings without being swallowed up by them, our early wounds heal and our capacity for healthy and loving relationships grow exponentially. I like the way they ended that.
It was a beautiful writing.
We are conscious of our feelings without being swallowed up by them. Our early wounds heal. But yeah, because you can't
see, but that's what that goes back to what I was saying.
You have to be aware.
After 12 years, bro, you at this point have to hold yourself accountable for the.
What do you mean after 12 years?
Okay, read it again. Read it again, and I'm gonna say
Where
exactly
is
what I'm saying.
12 years coming from? That's
I'm
what
about
I'm
to
asking you.
I'm about to tell you.
Where? No.
It's
You don't gotta tell me.
It's about me.
Where is this 12
because
years coming from?
I'm responding as me. So
But
me being
what
let me
are you talking about?
because me being
12 is a very specific
oh my
number.
gatos tacos. Shut your pile. Because I feel like I was not a child until I was a child when I was 18, right? 18 and under is what I'm considering a child. I am now 30. So 12 years ago is when I begun my healing process. So at this point,
so I can't continuously healing for childhood trauma.
Yes,
right when you became 18.
No, but everybody's not gonna be like that. That's just not gonna happen. But
that's what I'm saying. You didn't.
No, but I'm saying childhood trauma is yes forever gonna be childhood trauma. But I can't use that as an excuse during an argument or a disagreement. After I have already begun trying to heal 12 years in. Like I've been in the same relationship trying to heal through the same crap. So a person that is trying to heal then gets in a relationship is not dealing with the same scenario as me. Because through me trying to heal, I was with this person and now this person is going to be healing with me, and the intimacy and the healing process is a little bit different for the two of us. So after 12 years of being with you, and through all of these childhood traumas and issues and things that I was trying to heal from, at some point, our arguments have to be because they're arguments between us, not because in the past I would have saw blah, 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 or I went through A, B, C, and D. So that's probably why I am doing this.
Yeah, because I didn't think that you shouldn't be doing that anyways.
But people do. That's why like part of the article is to understand that. And I personally am just saying, like, after being with someone for so long through your healing process, because you guys argue, after 12 years, you can't just keep throwing out there like, my mama slapped my daddy and that's why I slap you. Like, no, it's because this is what you want to do at this point. That's because you think it's okay. You've been with the same person for this many years. You are throwing out things that he already saw happen that y'all should be done healed from.
Yeah, 10-4. And it transforms a potentially dangerous situation into an opportunity. See, this is what happens when you just reading shit and you don't be really reading it. Because I be missing some of the shit that it be saying because I'm trying to read it without fucking up the words too.
But you did a great job.
Yeah.
You feel me knocking now?
Yeah, I'm opening the door.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I think you thought I was gone, but my point was there. And I was like, please don't leave me now.
Oh my God. Okay. We got a couple things that we gotta get to, bruh. Oh my God. Okay. So what else?
I'm ready.
We have do you want to do?
Is it time?
I don't know.
Is it time for our creative?
Is it?
Is it time for our creative of the week?
We said we were gonna do a sound, and we still haven't.
We have not. So enjoy that one while you got it.
Of the week.
Y'all didn't like it? You didn't like it? It's fire. You want me to give a beat for the creative of the week?
Yeah.
All right. Here's a beat. Let me give y'all a beat choice for the creative of the week. You're going to read it behind this background right here. Y'all ready? Let me see if I got a good one. Tell me what you feel.
Yeah, I like that. Today's creative of the week goes out to my brother, one of my best friends, performer and founder of the legendary nonprofit Legion. I don't call him Legion, I never do, but y'all gonna call him that. He is from Arlington, Texas. He's a local dance pioneer.
That part.
In Dallas, Fort Worth, who has shined while working with artists such as the Dallas Mavericks, Will Smith, Leon Bridges, Erykah Badu, and many, many more.
Yeah.
He is the co-host of the Dope Dads podcast with your boy, Ray Charles, which is available on all streaming platforms. And we are getting back to doing some more shows.
Big Daddy.
And last but not least is a father of two, a husband and a son, a philanthropist of our generation.
Yes, let's go.
And the dance community here in
Let's
Dallas.
Go. Let's go. Let's
he just
go.
came back
Let's
from
go.
Africa.
Let's go. And got engaged in Africa. Let's go to my sister Sherelle. Shout out you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for your creativity, Legion.
Yes, sir.
Because, hey, bro, you definitely got me into like appreciating dance as like just a fucking like a art. Period. Like
it's an art form.
Like just an art form.
He doesn't miss the mark.
Seeing somebody grow from like what they were and how they started and to what they can truly become if you really just do the fucking work.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro.
My guy E, aka Legion.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Follow his journey on IG, Facebook at Legion Does It. That's LEJINDOESIT.
Yeah. Legion Does It. My brother.
I didn't even have to look.
You real.
I actually do.
You real because you're a real friend.
Yeah.
You're a real brother. You're a real supporter.
So that is our creative of the week.
And we appreciate you for supporting absolutely everything that we do.
Yes.
We have always stood by each other's side. And I don't think that's ever going to change because we will spin one.
Yes.
You feel me?
The record of the week is, goddamn me, The Impressions. The greatest hits. And I'm going to put the album work right like somewhere right here because I actually have the fucking, we have the actual record, but here's the thing. Sometimes
tell them where we got those. They're special though.
When you have a collection of records, sometimes when actual people owned the records that were passed down to you, they misplace and put the record back in the wrong sleeve. So this, matter of fact, I know what record this is, but this is the record that was in here. Okay. Comment down below
if you know what that record is.
If you know what record and who the artists are and what band this is. What
and if you get it right, on top of a subscribe,
okay,
a like and a share, if you get this right, you will enter to win $20 from
yes, we will bless your cash
at
app,
home
my brother,
podcast
my
with
sister,
Ray Charles and K Monet.
Whoever you are.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do around here, man. We just gonna start doing shit like that, stuff like that, things like that of that nature. But today's record of the week is not this, but do what we said in the thing and the
do
thing
what we said when we said. If you don't know what we said, rewind it so you know what we said.
We're gonna get that out of here.
Bow. That's out of there.
But this week's record is The Impressions, the greatest hits. I'm gonna put that artwork up here somewhere.
I got a little snippet for you.
It's just them back to back. And really why I picked this record is because even though The Impressions do have some things that have been sampled that I really fuck with, like Jeezy has sampled The Impressions, but The Impressions are also like Curtis Mayfield and like yeah, Curtis Mayfield wrote a lot of songs for this group. Let's just say that. Like their greatest hits.
I feel like I don't even know the songs. Like I feel like because it's one of those things where I have to hear it
Yeah, you would definitely have to hear it. But which one do you want me to play?
I don't know because I don't know. I know that okay, the records are my grandmother's records, y'all, and my grandpop's. And the reason we don't have cases for most of them is clearly because they're beyond my ages. You know, these are vintage. Like legit came
And
from
these actually came from
from her. Like she went and bought these, you know what I'm saying? And they were actually in this. There was a record player that my grandma owned that was literally almost like as big as this couch. It was big and wood. I swear, it was probably a little bit shorter, probably from cushion to cushion, and as in the two cushions to cushions, and it was just a really hard wooden case with a record player on top, which was lit, and then the sides were speakers. Is this one?
Yeah.
All right, make sure y'all like and subscribe and share.
Peace.
We out.